Welcome back, Sinners Infinite Sin here. Today we're going to be doing another KRino reaction because you guys love KRino, and I, myself, am becoming very, very fond of his videos, so I have no problems with it. I would, however, like to put in a request that if you guys know any other bands or any other artists that have some good music, it can be something like KRino, it can be rock, it can be country, it could be classical music, I don't care, it could be a TV show. I'd like to do some other stuff, throw it in with the KRino stuff. You guys seem to be big fans, and I don't want to disappoint you guys, and I'm becoming a fan, so I'm not necessarily bothered by watching them. Today we're going to be doing Tower of Sadness, and I'm going to bring up the lyrics this time so that I don't miss anything, because I've been watching my other videos, and I feel like I've been missing some important key points, and I just want to be able to give you guys full content, so today we're going to do Tower of Sadness with lyrics, so let's get it going.
For we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy that relies primarily on covert means for expanding its sphere of influence, on infiltration instead of invasion, on subversion
Is that
instead of
Kennedy?
elections, on intimidation instead of free choice, on guerrillas by night instead of armies by day.
He has such good beats.
What are the causes and the seeds of depression? Who's ultimately affected? These are the questions. We all stand guilty and in need of a blessing, so we weave through the scriptures to read as a reference. Foundations were laid years ago, etched in. Neglect and rejection sent you in that direction. Your heart was exposed with no type of protection. The innocence you displayed was met with aggression. Lethal injection to my trust of the masses. In the vein of my good side, the needle.
Alright, already stopping, man. Damn. That was intense. So, let's see, where were we? Direction. Okay. Protection. Okay, so let's go through these lines real quick. Is that we stand guilty in need of a blessing, so we weave through the scriptures to read as a reference. Is like, I don't know. I'm from the South, man. If you don't have religion, I mean, you're not alone, but most people here believe in God, and they turn to that Bible for direction when they need reference. Like, they feel sad, they don't know why things are going wrong. They use the Bible scriptures to give a justification. And although I'm not extremely religious, I have had my own religious experiences. So that is what it is, I guess. Let's say foundations were laid years ago, etched in neglect and rejection sent you in that direction. Man. Your heart was exposed with no type of protection. The innocence you displayed was met with aggression. Man, that's horrible. We all been through rough times where, like, we had an innocence, like, we genuinely went out into the world to find something, be it friendship, truth, a dream, and then you're met with aggression. Oh, man, you're met with denial, aggression, makes you depressed, dude. Ugh. That hits. Okay, back to it, sorry.
Your heart was exposed with no type of protection. The innocence you displayed was met with aggression. Lethal injection to my trust of the masses. In the vein of my good side, the needle was casted. Seeking to find peace in the hour of madness. Trying to stop adding bricks to my tower of sadness. Every day the hurt builds. Deeper and deeper it drills. Nobody is understanding, so I keep it concealed. All these artificial people say they keeping it real. False.
Ooh, damn. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Every day the hurt builds deeper and deeper it drills. Nobody is understanding, so I keep it concealed. That right there, that is awesome. That is truth in and of itself. Man, we're all doing that. Like, depression, man, don't mess with depression. Depression is in and of itself the hardest thing to get through. You don't even get through it. You live with it. Like, that, end of story. Point blank period. You live with it. You don't get through it. Like, everybody gets depressed or sad sometimes. And the spouts of time in which we deal with it or we feel it are different for each and every individual. And I know a lot of people who are depressed, and I know a lot of people who go through depressive periods. There's a massive difference, and I see it in those people all the time, especially when I'm around them. They put on a face, social media, or when they go out to outings, and they have a good time. Just because they're having a good time doesn't mean they're not still worried about their problems. They're not still feeling their problems. They're not still feeling like they don't matter to anybody or anything, and they have no purpose. Like, it's hard, man. It's super hard, and I feel for them because you can't say anything to make them feel better. You could try, but the best thing you can do for anyone who's depressed is just be there for them. Just be there. You don't have to do anything. You could just sit there and be there with them. You want to talk to them, that's fine. Everybody needs someone to talk to and vent to, and I completely, fully support that. Be a good friend. Be a good person. But if you want to help someone, all you have to do is just be with them. Be with them. Nobody, it's like, nobody wants to be bored, but nobody wants to be bored alone. Nobody wants to be depressed, but it's even better when you don't have to be depressed alone. I can't fix you, but I'll be here for you. You know what I mean? Like, let me be your friend type situation. That's deep, man. How many of y'all have problems? Y'all let me know. How many of y'all have had problems in life where it's just killing you on the inside, but anytime someone asks you what's wrong, you say, nothing, I'm just tired. Or, oh, I'm fine. Because I did that a lot. I've done that. I've seen people do that. How many of y'all have done that? Let me know in the comments. I keep going, press spacebar, and yet it's not on the same page.
Happiness and alcohol, reefer and pills, come on. Trying to find my way through all this darkness in my life.
Let's go back a little bit. I missed that one.
False happiness and alcohol, reefer and pills, come on.
I did it again.
Fame of my good side, the needle was casted, seeking to find peace in the hour of madness, trying to stop adding bricks to my tower of sadness. Every day to hurt bills, deeper and deeper it drills. Nobody is understanding, so I keep it concealed. All these artificial people say they keeping it real. False happiness and alcohol, reefer and pills, come on. Trying to find my way.
Don't drown your shit out in drugs and alcohol.
In the meantime, until that
enjoy yourself.
I keep running towards that light, and even if I don't succeed, at least I know I did my best. All day long I keep on running till I reach that happiness.
Yes.
They sit watching me closely.
Okay. The chorus. I guess that's the chorus. Let's this one line, man. And in the meantime, until that day, I keep running towards the light. And even if I don't succeed, at least I know I did my best. All day long, I keep on running till I reach that happiness. Man, that's goals right there. Hashtag goals. Boom, boom. Dude, oh man. And even if I don't succeed, at least I know I did my best. All day long, I keep on running till I reach that happiness, man. Keep on going, man. Do not quit. If you're depressed, do not quit. Do not give up. You need to know that there are people out there, even if they don't know you, they care about your existence, even if it doesn't affect them. Any death is a bad death. Point blank, period, end of story. We don't need loss of life in this world, man. I mean, it happens every day. You can't avoid it, but don't take your own life. Talk to somebody, see somebody, do something, get an addiction, get a healthy addiction, like golf or something. Find a hobby, anything to keep your mind busy. Just because that's your worst enemy, is your mind. Your mind is your own worst enemy. We just went over this in a few videos ago. So So deep, dude. I love it. You guys are... Thank you guys for introducing me to this dude.
At least I know I did my best. All day long I keep on running till I reach that happiness. They sit watching me closely, hesitant to approach me, hoping that I let a professional diagnose me. Instead of communicating, they wait to sedate me, making me deflate to unsafely medicate me and turn me to a vegetable with antidepressants, bro. A cocktail of Paxil, Zoloft, and Lexapro, the Prozac and Symbol to make my moods alter. Not only mentally, but my physical started to falter. It's so hard, oh Lord, no money, no job, won't starve, options, sell dope, go rob. Can't seem to get no peace of mind. It's so chaotic and frustrating, borderline schizo. Deal with it, get help. Must make.
Okay, I'm sorry, I got caught up. It was awesome. All right, so let's go through it. Hoping that I'll let a professional diagnose me instead of communicating, they wait to sedate me. Dude, we were just talking about that. Don't wait. You see somebody needs a hug, give them a motherfucking hug. I'll probably get in trouble for saying that word, but whatever. To sedate me. Alright, so making me deflate to unsafely medicate me. So they get it all out of you so they can give you the diagnosis and give you medicine. Right? But then the medicine, like, completely turns you into a different person. And it turns you to a vegetable, and, like, the antidepressants are... They're worse than birth control. The hormone change, like, you turn into a different person. I've seen people on antidepressants, and you don't know whether or not it's the medicine or if that's who they truly are, because they're taking medicine, you know? Like, oh man, dude, he's hitting so hard right now. Cocktail, Paxil, Zoloft, and Lexapro. Prozac, Cymbalta make my moods alter. And that's what I was just talking about. Not mentally, but physically started to falter so hard. Oh Lord, no money, no job, won't starve. Options, sell dope, go rob. Oh man. Oh, so hard, no money. Okay, so he's got no money, no job. He's talking about his problems here, so let's rewind a little bit and look at his problems. These may not be his problems. These are just be general problems that a person with depression would be going through. So.
Job, won't starve, options, sell dope, go rob. Can't seem to get no peace of mind. It's so chaotic and frustrating, borderline schizo. Deal with it, get help. Must make a fast choice. Conversations in my head, good voice, bad voice. Don't jump now. Somebody come help me. I just wish that me in my own head would accept me.
Oh man, that was good. Okay, so. He's saying, deal with it, get help, must make a fast choice. Look, you don't have to make a fast choice. Yes, I said those words just a few minutes ago, deal with it. I didn't say deal with it, but get help. You don't have to get help, man. Find things to do. There's alternatives. I know it doesn't fix the problem, but alleviation is a step forward in depression. You know, like, why are you depressed? These are all the things he just said. You sell dope, go rob, can't seem to get a peace of mind. It's chaotic and frustrating. He's making himself schizophrenic. He has conversations in his head with a good voice and a bad voice saying, don't jump now. That inner turmoil just building up because of his anxiety and his problems. And he just wishes that his own head would accept him. Like, why can't he be okay mentally? Why? Oh man, this is a good one, dude. Thank you. Trying to find my way through all of this darkness in my life. In the meantime, until that day, I'll keep running towards the light. Okay, and then it's back to the chorus. Man, I just wish my own head would accept me. Like, why can't I be okay with myself? Like, that's probably the most frustrating thing a depressed person has to go through, I would assume. I've had my own bits of depression, but they were over. It's not depression if you don't. I don't feel like it's depression if you don't stay there. You know, I've seen people with depression and they don't ever leave, man. Nothing helps. Nothing. In my case, it's like in 2 weeks where I hit a low point and then nothing was worth living for. And then I got tired of this feeling that they're talking about, and I couldn't take it anymore, and I'm not a quitter. So, it was either get worse or get better, and I made a decision to move forward. It never changed my outlook on life, though. I was in a bad place. I still have those moments where, I don't understand the why me of it, and there was a long period of time in my life where it drug me down. And, I did the same things as drugs, alcohol, but I never let it get to the point to where I could be classified anywhere near the people who you would say have depression. I didn't have depression. I was just depressed, and, man, dude, this song. Okay. Let's rewind and go back, and then we'll listen to the rest.
Don't jump now.
I'm sorry I'm talking a lot, but this is a good song.
Somebody come help me. I just wish that me in my own head would accept me. Trying to find my way through all this darkness in my life. In the meantime, until that day, I keep running towards that light. And even
keep running, baby.
I don't succeed, at least I know I did my best. All day long, I keep on running till I reach that happiness. Mind state not good, hurting since childhood. Over time, your heart got harder than plywood. Trying to avert war, peace is what you search for. Abuse from your parents, constructed the first floor. From love, they disarmed you. The drugs only harm you. The mental facilities they build don't reform you. Every night you fight to not use the rifle.
All right.
Your offspring.
So I'm gonna break it down. Sorry. Mind state not good, hurting since childhood. Over time, your heart got harder than plywood. So this could mean anything. When I talk about abuse, I have a different perspective on abuse. A lot of people have different perspectives on abuse. My perspective on abuse is abuse can be anything, man. If it hurts you, it's mental abuse. It's not that anyone's intentionally doing anything. It's not that they're even doing anything. It's just you're abusing yourself mentally. You know what I mean? Like, how many of you are those people who take things harder than they actually should be taken? Like, don't take this the wrong way, and then you kill yourself over it. Like, you can't take constructive criticism. That's a big one, man. That'll tear you up. And say, trying to avert war, peace is what you search for. War within your mind. You're trying to find peace of mind. Abuse from your parents constructed the first flaw. Abuse can be anything. Physicality, in a sense of physicality. Mental abuse, verbal abuse. Mental abuse is probably the one that I would lean towards, because like you're your own worst enemy, and you're always trying to live up to your parents' expectations, and nothing's ever good enough kind of situation. I would consider that type of abuse, but I mean, like, you're abusing yourself. They're not abusing you. From love, they disarmed you. The drugs only harm you. Mental facilities they build don't reform you. Man, mental facilities they build don't reform you. It's crazy. Like, you can't believe, like, they say, oh, we love you, we're proud of you, but that's not enough to make you believe it kind of situation.
Drugs only harm you. The mental facilities they build don't reform you. Every night you fight to not use the rifle. Your offspring ass is the generational cycle. If tears could come out of my eyes, I would have been crying. They must be going backwards and drowning me from the inside. Depression is testing me, a real problem I might have. Stress is the ocean and I'm floating on a life raft. Prayers in my head, but I'm too shook to dial one. Everybody claim they got faith until a trial come. Long as you live, you gon' have to face a lot of tests. You can take God all day with no side effects.
Alright, sorry, I let that one go because I've been talking a lot. Every night you fight to not use the rifle. Your offspring heirs is the generational cycle. If tears could come out, my eyes would have been crying. They must be going backwards and drowning me from the inside. Jesus. Man, that's a good one. I like that. I never thought about that. And that's how it feels. Like, you become harder than anything. Like, you feel like, even though it hurts you inside and you're like crying on the inside, and you don't let people see that. And that's the biggest thing that's wrong with people not wrong with them, but that's the biggest thing that people with depression do, is that you don't know. I mean, some you do, but like a lot you don't know. So I like Linkin Park, right? And when Chester Bennington died, I couldn't. I was like, I didn't cry or anything, but I was so upset about that, and I had no idea why. And, you know, every death comes with conspiracies, but let's ignore the conspiracies for a minute and understand that if, let's say it's true, he did hang himself or kill himself or whatever he did, that he was depressed. And a lot of people who know him say that it was depression. And looking at him, you wouldn't have seen it. If you go back with that thought in your head and listen to all his music again, and you can hear it. Like, you can hear it in the lines of different things, and it wasn't just one individual things. It was a lifetime of build-up to get to that point. And man had a family, man had a lot going for him. He made money, he had a great house, a great life. He was living a beautiful wife, wonderful kids, like, but it still wasn't enough. It still wasn't enough, and that's the biggest struggle. And like when people with depression leave that kind of thing behind, I'm baffled. Like, I have no idea why. I don't get it. I don't want to get it. I wish it weren't real, kind of thing. And it's just so hard. You never know until it's too late. Just be there for your friends. Shit. I did it again. Alright, let's keep going. I know I'm at the end.
Through all this darkness in my life. In the meantime, until that day, I keep running towards that light. And even if I don't succeed, at least I know I did my best. All day long, I keep on running till I reach that happiness.
Man. Okay, so that's the end of it. Eliminate all the noise here. That was so good. That was so good, man. I didn't know he went through that kind of stuff. And I guess that's the point I'm trying to make, is you never know. You know, Tower of Sadness. Man, that was really good. Thank you for the suggestion. I'm definitely going to be thinking about that song now, and I'm going to have to show my wife. She'll probably see it, but she's going to want to listen to it later. We can all relate. We've all been down. We've all been low. I'm sure all of us have tried to self-medicate with drugs and alcohol at some point or something. You don't even have to medicate with those two things. You can medicate with other things. You could go out, and I like to play disc golf. You know, when I need to come up, I go and I'll exercise, or I'll play disc golf, or play my guitar. I play my guitar a lot when I'm feeling blue. And but there's a difference between feeling blue and feeling depressed, and this song brings out a lot of aspects that, if you're not aware of what someone's going through, man, that was an internal struggle narrated by KRino, and that was really good. Thanks, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. It's running kind of long, and until next time, dude, I'll be back with more KRino stuff. Throw me some new suggestions, man. I want to listen to other stuff too, and yeah, until next time, I'll check you guys later.